And Dino, and behind me, Roo, say hello. Anyway, we are doing a video series on the 11 reasons why ferrets should be legalized in California, and this is the second reason, video number 3. Video number 1 is like, should you have a ferret? And for most sane people, the answer is no. But for those of us who are special, the answer is yes. And the first reason was because of a human-pet bond is very strong, and we love our pets. The second reason is that ferrets are domestic animals. There's really no doubt about it, despite what Eric Sklar says, president of the Fish and Game Commission. Let me run that video.
What domestic or wild is a complicated question. It's not. I know. You keep saying we know. We don't know that they're not wild animals. I don't know that they're not wild animals. The fact is that while ferret owners real deeply believe that they're not wild animals and have them as pets, that doesn't mean they're not wild animals. So I don't have any inclination to take this up. If you can get something done at the legislature, that's fine. That they have that authority. I think they misuse it sometimes.
But it's important that ferrets be labeled as domestic. Well, first of all, let's go back into section Fish and Game Code, section 2116. In the chapter, wild animal means any animal in the class, yada, 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 not considered domesticated in this state as determined by the commission. Now, the odd thing is, there were no hearings, there were no anything. They were just all lumped together as wild animals back in the 1930s. That's all mustelids. The domestic ferret, notice the name domestic, is the only domestic member of that species. And they are domestic on anybody's definition except for Eric Sklar's. Secondly, California Civil Code under property rights, section 655 says there may be ownership of all domestic animals and a bunch of other things. It's kind of a strangely written code, but it does say we have the right to own domestic animals. That would be you, right? You ain't no wild animal. No, you're my baby. Good boy. Yeah, she's getting fat for the winter. Anyway, so that is our second reason. Ferrets domestic, domestic legal, and if Fish and Game cannot tell the difference between a wild animal and a domestic animal, and that the domestication process is pretty well scientifically known, they don't know what they're doing, and they really are doing an injustice to Californians, but I think they do know what they're doing, and it's all politics. And this is a long story. I'm going to sound a little crazy. There is kind of a campaign against pet ownership, but we'll cover that maybe. Maybe that'll be the 12th reason ferrets are illegal. But anyway, ferrets domestic, domestic legal, Fish and Game not so bright.